friends, I'm back and I'm sure you all are keeping well in this times like this. Well, I'm back with a review of yet another guitar. You can see it, white and beautiful, one of the best colors to have when you have a guitar, because no matter what different colors you have in a guitar, white looks perfectly spotless and beautiful if you can maintain it. Okay, so white has been one of my favorite colors in guitars. This is my second white guitar. You might have seen the review of the D'Angelico, the hollow body, the jazz guitar which I had before. This is the second one. So this, if you see, it's a brand new Ibanez. It's about a year-old model. The model name is very long, RG, this, that and all that. Forget about all that, it's very confusing. All you need to know is this is Ibanez Jem Jr. Yes sir, Jem Jr. The signature guitar of Mr. Steve Vai, the legend among guitar players, always innovating with his models and his playing styles. A beautiful piece of machinery, a beautiful work of art, as you can see with the guitar, right? So let's start with the specs today. Okay, you see a very RJ shaped guitar basically, but a little differences here and there. This one is an Ibanez Jem Jr. Little more affordable compared to the Jem, okay, the signature guitar of Mr. Steve Vai. This has the edge locking system, double locking system, Floyd Rose, and it's not Floyd Rose, they call it the Edge Tremolo, the Edge Z or something like that. Let me check. Yeah, Edge Pro Locking Tremolo. That's the name they give to the Ibanez version of Floyd Rose. Otherwise, it's just the same like Floyd Rose. I don't know why they changed the name. Maybe they have their own specs for that. I haven't tried it as yet. Beautiful guitar. This one has a mahogany body, very nice shaped. Okay, white pickguard, a volume and tone knob, very simple. 5-way selector switch like your typical Strat. Humbucker, single humbucker, and the pickups are your quantum pickups, quantum bridge pickup, quantum neck pickup, and quantum single coil middle pickup. Okay, so and they are all passive Alnico, so they are meant for all genre of music you can play through this guitar. And the backside is, you know, it's not very fancy like cuts and curves and all that which you generally have. Yeah, it does have a belly cut, you can see it clearly, a nice belly cut, very comfortable. A nice arm gradual cut, so it's very comfortable for your arms. And how this RG basic shape of the guitar which you see is different from other RGs, and it becomes a signature model of Mr. Steve Vai, is that it has the classic monkey grip. Okay, very comfortable to hold your guitar and carry it around if you want to. And you have the tiger claw, the lion's claw space for your tremolo bridge, so it goes far off, you know, it's a classic thing. EVO is for the evolution pickups, which Mr. Vai used to write himself, you know, when he checked the guitars specifically. That has to be done when the models were made in Japan long back, when it first came out about 30 years back. I don't think he has the time to do that anymore. This has been done by a friend or a brother of mine. He took the liberty of writing Evo. I have no issues with that. Okay, fine, let it be there. The fretboard is a beautiful looking fretboard which is called Jatoba. Now, as you see, if the camera catches the view, it's a reddish brown kind of a color, which is I did a little research on the internet, and they say Jatoba is a kind of your basic rosewood. Okay, but this lighter in tone, so it gives a mid-range kind of a sound output, and it's beautified by the Tree of Life inlay. Okay, the Tree of Life beautifully done in a pearlite version. Now, there's a story about this Tree of Life. This was basically designed by Gibson, yes, it's very hard to believe, but it's a basic design by Gibson. Gibson used to do this for the acoustic guitars before. Then I'm told during the 80s, Mr. Steve Vai advised Ibanez to, take a license of the design. Okay, they might have taken some license, and now Gibson hardly does this tree of life inlay for any other guitars apart from the acoustic models. And we generally get that, oh, tree of life, oh, that means it's an Ibanez guitar. So Ibanez has made it that famous. About there's a jumbo frets, which are not stainless steel, but it's good. It's good enough. It lasts for long. And the only thing bad about this maple fretboards or Jatoba fretboards is you can see this guitar has been played for about more than a year now, and you can see the finger marks. It gets a little tarnished and dirty, that's the way it is. And some people prefer it that way because they like showing, okay, my guitar is aged, it's been played here and there. That's the beauty of the guitar. And some people like us, we prefer dark fretboards where we don't have this marks of the fingers and it gets cleaned away. So it's personal choice, as a matter of fact. You have the side dot inlays. Okay, and the neck is maple, very sturdy maple. They call it the Marianti. Okay, so it's a Japanese maple basically, and it's a satin finish, so it's very smooth for your hands. It don't get all sticky and mucky when you're playing a guitar in heat, when your hand perspires. Normal Ibanez tuners, but they keep in tune, and we don't need the tuners anyways because since it's a double locking system, so it's not a problem. So these are the basic specs of the guitar. Now apart from the thing, one more thing I missed out, the pickguard is a 3-ply pickguard, so you can see white, black and white. So 3-ply pickguard, good enough. They could have made it more sparkly, looking it better. Well, so one thing about Ibanez is, you all people who follow my channel, they might be knowing it for sure, I'm not a big Ibanez fan. You could say I'm an Ibanez hater. I always go for American guitars, although geographically don't make any difference on good guitars, but still, I'm a fan of American guitars, maybe any company. But Ibanez came into business during the 70s and took over the 80s. They forged the metal scene with most of the guitars, especially the RG model. One thing I'll tell you, even being a hater, is that if you're buying a guitar worth let's say $1,000 or $2,000, it's a good guitar. But Ibanez gives you the same specs and features with, let's say, $800 to $900, or maybe if it's $1,000, they'll give it half the price, $500 to $400. That's how Ibanez captured the market. Okay, good models, cheaply sold, or affordable, if not cheap. So that's one of the reasons Ibanez became famous. And that's one of the reasons I'm not much into Ibanez. I cannot like spending on my guitar. Let's face the fact. Okay, good things don't come cheap. So the cheap and best, that concept don't work for me. It could be cheap and good, and that's what Ibanez does. Now, the thing is, talking about the price part, this guitar is, it depends on the part of the world where you live in. If you're buying the Ibanez Gem, that it cost you near about $1,500 or so. But when you're buying this one, the junior version, that will cost you about $700-800, a little below $1,000. So it's a medium range good guitar, good value for money. Even I hate saying that, so you might mark my words with that. A good thing about the guitar is it's this model particularly. It's very versatile. I'll be showing you later when I check the different pickups and the thing. Apart from the looks of it, which is specklessly beautiful, and you can just compare this with the latest model of Mr. Vai, the PR, which is like 6 times the price of this. Okay, very expensive, way above $3,500, $4,000. So, which is very expensive. If you can compromise a little bit on the quality and the other specs and the pickups, where they are not using DiMarzio like the original ones of Mr. Steve Vai. Here they are using quantum pickups. Other specs a little cheaper. The trim system is a little cheaper, but it stays in tune. It plays good. It's a badass guitar, I can tell you that. And it comes at like $700 to $800, which is much affordable. Okay, so let's see how the pickups sound like. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put the volume in the max and tone somewhere in between, and let's just see. Now we are playing the bridge pickup, the humbucker. Sounds good. It sounds good. Me and evil. Now let's just check out the second position. Now when you're doing the second position, this pickup is working with the middle pickup, not the two of them, just single coil of this one, and the middle pickup is working in action, alright? So it sounds good for your classic rock sounds. Now the middle pickup, which I don't use much, but why not give it a try. Now let's come to the fourth position, very appropriate for your blues playing and stuff like that. Only if you roll down your tone a bit. Finally, the neck. So when I was playing the fourth, then again, just like the position 2, in fourth, this inner single coil is playing with the middle coil. All right, and when we have the final fifth position, the humbucker is out here. So you have a variety of tones because you have like 5 positions, like a Strat. It sounds good. Now, there's one thing, like a lot of people have asked me, you have a lot of collection of guitar and all that, why not a Strat in your collection? Let me tell you one thing, the first guitar I ever bought, I bought a Strat, which was also a humbucker, single humbucker. And you know why I bought it? Because I was a young kid, just barely in my teens. And, I've seen big guys playing guitars like that, and I thought like more the pickups, better the sound. Okay. And I ended up buying a Strat which had humbucker, single humbucker, so which is like 5 pickups, which was to my fancy. I thought I was like a guitar board. I have so many pickups I could choose, and you know what, they told me if you move the selector switch too much, it might break off. So since I collected a lot of money for a long period of time and I bought the guitar, I didn't want that to happen. There was no money, as a matter of fact, for maintenance. So what I did was I just put them in one position. I don't remember, either in the total bridge, total neck or total bridge, and I kept it that way. I played the guitar for like 3 or 4 years of my life. Best days of my life, the learning process, which is so good. You feel so raw and energetic, and anything you play, you feel like you've played a masterpiece. But I never used all the pickups. But I thought just because I have so many pickups, I have something to show off. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to go for a Strat anymore. Unless, of course, I have some signature model of something in a Strat, I don't mind. I always respect Strat. All of my best favorite guitars, the guitar gods, they have been playing Strats for ages. So, you have to give your vote for Strat. But personally, to my collection, this is the most amount of straps which I need. I don't think I can go for like 3 single chords. It's not my kind of music. So there goes the answer. Now, why to buy this guitar? The question comes. First, like I tell you, if it's a signature guitar, generally it's for one kind of music which the musician is famous for. But here, Mr. Steve Vai took the effort to design a guitar for everyone, from a beginner to a learner to a pro. So you can play your metal, you can play your hard rock, you can play your classic rock, you can play your blues. I haven't tried though. I think you can even play jazz with a little lower volume and tone settings. So very good. One thing. Second thing, you have a Floyd Rose kind of a trem system. Okay, the Edge Pro, very similar to Floyd Rose at much cheaper rate, which is good. Now IBANEZ is a big brand. It will never let you down. It gives you high quality material at a very cheaper rate. So there's one more point where you should buy it. And unlike other guitars which is designed by someone for his own specific use, this is not like that. You can play anything with this. Very strat shaped guitar, basic shaped guitar. You can carry it anywhere. Easy to get a bag, a good bag for this. This don't come with a bag though. I bought it separately, but yeah, it can be stored in any kind of a case, hard case or a bag. So these are the factors you should keep in your head. You can absolutely go for this guitar and buy it. And why should you not buy this guitar? Well, if you want to spend some extra bucks, double the amount, or maybe 3 times the amount, you can go for the Gem, not the Gem Jr. So, which has gold hardware, a better trim system, and DiMarzio pickups, so which is much better. So go for that. If you have some money which you can throw off buying a guitar, and wouldn't matter much to you, even if you did that, you pay 6 times the price, go for the PR. That's the ultimate guitar. Lot of specs. I wish I get my hands in a PR someday, either my own or someone else's, where who gives me for review. I'd love to show that guitar. It's almost a dream guitar right now. Well then, so let's. We have heard how it plays. We have seen the specs. We know the fact why we should buy it, and I don't see any reason why you should not buy it. Let me say one thing. If you want to make a collection of guitars, you can go for this. Well, good. It'll last a lifetime. And if you are that person, you just want one guitar which plays all kind of music and it won't hurt your pocket a bit, well, then again you should buy for this guitar. So there's no reason why you should not buy this guitar. Okay, so even being a hater, I'd say this is a very good piece of machinery, a very good piece of art. Okay, now let's just see how this one jams with a short backing track. So what happens is, whether it covers all the genre. And while we're jamming, what I'll do is I'll select almost all the pickups, so you can understand how it really plays. And about the trim system, you can go and tease and torment it as much as possible. You can go for your dives, or you can pull it ups, you can do the horse knife, anything. Only factors, don't be like Mr. Steve Vai and you make a dive and then you just hold on the trim bar and you just make the whole guitar go on that. I haven't tried that. I'm not that rich. I want to keep this guitar forever, so don't try that. Otherwise, there's a good whammy bar. You can do all your tricks and stuff with that. It's gonna sound really good. Alright, so let's just see how it plays with our backing track. see, it plays like butter. It's made well. The hands feel good on the neck, or should I say the neck feels good on the hands. The only thing is it's a little slim neck. These days I'm playing a lot of guitars on my slim necks. The new collection of mine is, most of them are with slim necks. Although I, of course, prefer a little chunkier and a bigger necks, which is not too good for shredding. Yet this one is the absolute shredding machine. Now, since it's Mr. Steve Vai's signature model, so you can shred on this. But you can also groove into some slow blues and jazz and stuff like that. It'll play very well. The only thing is you need to roll down your tone and volume a bit, and maybe don't use too much of distortion and all that. So in the end of the day, I'd like to say, at the end of the day, is this is a perfect rock machine which can cover any genre of your music, maybe metal to soft blues and jazz. I haven't tried country and jazz though, but I'm sure you can play it with this guitar. You have a great choice of pickup, quantum pickup, so 5-position selector switch, so you have your different ways of covering it according to your liking. So please do comment in the comment section below how you like the review of this guitar. This is very unbiased. That's what my channel does. We don't get paid from any of the products that I use. It's all been bought with my hard-earned money. So I tell you the true story, what it is, with a little bit of history to make it more interesting and spicy. Now, if you're buying this guitar, yeah, you have my word for it. It's a good guitar. Okay, I haven't been paid by anyone to say so. Of course, IBANEZ is a big brand, so it doesn't need my recommendation. And Mr. Steve Vai is a well-known phenomenon, not only just as a rock figure, but as a rock phenomenon. So you can trust his model. Yeah, only thing I would add on is, it's not just made for Mr. Steve Vai kind of music. You can play almost anything with this. This is that guitar which you can buy if you just want to buy one guitar which covers all specs, at least most of them. Okay, you get a variety of colors in this. You get pink, a very shock pink kind of color, which is not to my liking, so I didn't go for that. You get the vibrant yellow, looks more like a Japanese anime character or something, not to my liking again, so I didn't go for that. White looks the best. Okay, so you can go for white. All right, and that's supposed to be the original color as well. The only thing which I don't like about this guitar are the volume and tone knobs. They look kind of shitty and crappy. I mean, like, they could have added something better, at the price we're paying. They could have, made the looks a little upgraded or something. That's my view. But otherwise, it's a perfect guitar. Please subscribe to my channel if you still haven't. Please, when are you going to subscribe now? This is high time you subscribe. It may not be the best guitar channel, but of course, we are trying our best. Okay, and if you have already subscribed and already hit the bell icon, of course you'll be watching all the new videos which I upload. And the request and the appeal I make at the end of the day, please share the channel as much as you can. We have just crossed the 100 subscription mark. It would be cool to have another 100 add to that. That helps people like us to bring us more reviews. Gives a lot of sense of how do I put it? It gives a lot of sense of responsibility, when you're putting out the specs and cons on your own and suggesting someone else to make a new purchase. So, it's always better when you give it a good feedback and share the channel to the max level. Until then, keep on tuned. I'll see you then. Cheers.